Hello everyone and welcome to the stream. How's it going today? I'm back for some more Magic the Gathering Arena action. We're going to be doing a couple drafts here for the new Zendikar set. I'm going to, for the most part, be trying to force white base party, because that's the most fun I've been having with the set so far. Just quick intro for myself, I'm Brian. You can find me at MTG 2020 across most social media. We will be playing a little bit of New Standard at some point, but probably just get these first two drafts out of the way and then switch over. Working on a green-black brew, just because I've been loving green-black lately. I don't know why. I think the mana base is horrible right now. That's the one thing that's probably going to make me go away from it, but we'll find out. It's always fun having like 14 lands that come into play tapped. Is what it is. But yeah, let's get started. Get a draft underway. I have been finding this draft environment to be really strange. Base white's really good, base red's really good. Black blue can be okay. It's kind of lacking some of the payoffs, or the payoffs for black blue are definitely in the rare and mythic. Black white's okay. Really, anything white party is kind of the way to go. Ooh, Soaring Thought Thief is really pretty good. That's a good one for the rogues, but you don't want to be stuck in that right away. This pack, though, is very good for blue and black. Chilling Trap is only okay. It's basically just a cantrip if you're playing wizards. Red has some of the best removal. That is one thing to keep in mind. And this pack is terrible for green, so people probably are going to think that green is being cut. But hard to say. I'm going to take this Myriad Construct just because it's solid. It doesn't put us into a color. I don't really have any of the payoff cards that I want to go with anyway. Bala Ged Recovery is good. Shepherd is okay. Dreadworm's okay. Royal Eruption is one of the better kicker spells you can find. So I know I said I wanted to kind of force that, even though we could try and force kicker. Roost is okay. I really like this Royal Eruption, though. Yeah, we're going to take that. It's one of the better commons that you can find. So we could try and do red-black party. That's a thing. This card definitely pays off for having that. This card's okay if you have ways to get through, but not usually a ton of ways. Rabid Bite's always solid green removal. Haven't been seeing a ton of good green stuff, though. Bala Ged Recovery is still good. I think, though... I know I said I was going to force white. I think, just pure power level, I'm going to take this Ravager's Mace. And we might be looking at a red-black. Fireblade Charger is annoying. It's not great, but it's annoying. So we want to definitely focus on party. Warriors are pretty darn good. This might come in handy. We have a single equipment. We might try and go for the equipment path. We'll see. It's early. Okay, McKindy Stampede. I don't see this card very often. It's actually really good. And a second Roost of Drakes. Darn. So if we decide to go kicker, we could have tried to do that. This case, I think we're just going to take the early party member. Blood Beckoning is good for the long run. But since we are firmly entrenched, black's going to give us rogues. Red won't really give us rogues. And we definitely need a couple for the party increase. And this one's decent. You can give it Death Touch. It's a 1/4, so it blocks pretty much everything. The sweet spot that I've found is anything with 3 power will kill just about everything. Decent little 2-drop. Better than the normal bear. This is one of my favorite white party creatures. This thing just makes things giant and kill you fast, so I'm a little bit afraid of this card. Take an Expedition Champion, though. It's fine. Black, we're not going to get a ton from this first pack, it looks like. But so far, we've got a good number of creatures for our parties. Ideally, I'll be looking to pick up 1 or 2 of the 2-mana 2/1 artifact creature that counts as every party member. Those are super clutch if you're trying to do anything party. And every once in a while, I've had its mana ability become an issue, or become something that actually does something, which is weird. Because it's pretty bad mana filtering, but this set has really, really bad mana filtering slash anything else related to mana. Okay, this is what we want. Synchronized Spellcraft. This is really good. Kill something instant speed, deal quite a bit of damage. Another warrior? Gladly take another equipment. Yeah, it's so weird. The equipment are more like auras in this set with the auto attach. I don't know how to feel about them for the most part. Most of them aren't really that good. The Skycleave Maul or whatever the white one is pretty darn good, but there's nothing anywhere close to the level of like say an Embercleave. Hellion's an okay pickup. It's better if you're doing the landfall deck. Oh, Blood Beckoning. That is a perfect final draw. Okay. So, we have some decent cards here. Scion of the Swarm is really good normally, but that's better in the black-white life gain deck. Block of Predation's okay, but we want this Shatter Skull Charger. That is perfect for what we're doing. Really, ideally, we don't want to be playing anything that costs 6 mana. Want to stay 5 and under and keep it fairly low. Vanquish the Weak is okay. Another Expedition. GOP, it's not great. Valakut's Awakening. I'm very kind of on this card. I usually just use it for the land. Sometimes I've actually cast it, but it usually feels like it sits in my hand for a while. But I'm just going to take it for the hell of it. It's a land, if nothing else. Alright, now, Drana Silencer is the one payoff at 6 for party that I might take one of, but that'd be about the only one that I'd go for a 6 cost. Magmatic Channeler is pretty decent. I'm not playing enough instants and sorceries to make it really get bigger, but it'll give us gas, and it's a wizard. We could take a Cleric, though. I'm feeling this won't come back around. This might come back around. I doubt it, but you never know. Clerics are a little bit harder to find in some of the party. You got a couple black clerics, but that's about it. Blast is okay. Another Vanquish. Might take the Vanquish. Another Champion. Man. This is what we would go if we want to do a little bit of a splash, but I think we're going to pass up on that. I want a little bit more removal. I currently have 1 piece of removal. 2 pieces of removal. Yeah, let's go ahead and grab this Vanquish the Weak, just to have guaranteed removal. Okay, we'll take 2. It's not anywhere near as good as the party removal, the 5 cost I can't remember the name of, but it's still fine. Question is, do we want another Blood Beckoning? That might just come back around to us. Do we want a Sneaking Guide? Sneaking Guide is actually pretty darn good with a couple different cards. Yeah, let's go ahead and take the Sneaking Guide. Here's one of our Cleric payoffs for having a party. Oh, and there's a Stonework Pack Beast, too. That's actually a hard choice. I think I'm going to take the Blood Priest, though. Life gain is very relevant. This card is the biggest trap that I've found. I hate this card. I've drafted it several times, and I just absolutely hate it. Nothing really good for us for what we're doing, so we're going to take this Skeleton. Mind Drain. This card is stupid good. Discards 2, mills card, loses a life. I gain a life for 3 mana, so it's like the old school Mind Rot, but infinitely better. There are a whole bunch of really pushed commons in this set. I'm going to take this Kite just in case. Flying could be really good for this deck. Molten Blast, we don't mind taking one of those. There aren't many artifacts that we need to get rid of, but all the equipment, every once in a while it shows up. Okay. Skyclave Relic is okay. Melikir Rebirth, that card's okay. Shatterskull Minotaur, this is the card we're taking. Big old 5/4 haste, we can get out early. Thundering Rebuke's really good though. Ooh, this is hard. So Rebuke is one of the best removal spells we can possibly get. But this thing actually kills people. Question is, what would we rather draw later in the game? This is better earlier, this is better later. I think I'm gonna take... yeah, I'm gonna take the creature. I'm gonna hedge my bets. Alright, Subtle Strike is a really, really good little combat trick. Another Mind Drain also. And the Bat's not bad, but I think I'm going to take this Steegate just because I need one for my collection. I know, I hate doing that, but that is what it is. It's early. People don't have their cards yet. Okay, we have another Cleric, but we don't really have life gain to make that one do a ton. We have a Subtle Strike. And we have a Night Runner. So Night Runner is a card that gets a lot better with Sneaking Guide, because that lets us actually continue to do that. Kind of... How many creatures do I have? We have 18 creatures. A couple of them aren't going to be playable. There's a good chance one of those Subtle Strikes comes back around, so I'm going to take the Night Runner, and hopefully one of those Subtle Strikes will come back. Lizard is okay if you're doing the landfall deck, but I think we're going to finally take a Drana Silencer. It's good to have as a one-of. Spike Field, just because it's basically a free spell. That seems fine. I'm not, like, super happy about it, but it's fine. Ooh, we got a Pack Beast back. Pack Beast is so important when you're doing that style of deck. So, Mucklord is actually pretty good. No one ever wants to kill it. I do like the Constrictor too, because giving menace to everything, but at the same time, we might just take another party member though. Yep. I had 3 of this card in the last draft I did. It was crazy. It was absolutely insane. Okay, we got a Skydancer back. Skydancer's good. Do we even want another Scavenge Blade? Nah, Skydancer. Another Rogue. Okay, so Mind Drain is Subtle Strike. What's the chance that we would want to run double Mind Drain? Sometimes just going turn 3 Mind Drain into turn 4 is all it takes. I think we're going to take this Subtle Strike, though. This limited environment is definitely so much more about synergy than it is about bombs. I mean, yeah, there are some bombs that are really hard to deal with, but for the most part, common-uncommon synergy is going to get you further. Alright, time to build this bad boy. So I think we have a pretty good curve here, honestly. Take one of the Subtle Strikes for now, one of the Mind Drains. Oops. So what I've been doing is I've been waiting to put in the flip cards until I have the rest of the deck built, just to see what it's looking like, and then I can just kind of change the mana base from there. Hello, Chris! How's it going today? Those games of Among Us sure were fun last night. Alright, so we're definitely going to need to cut some cards here. Oh, we want the Beckoning too. Yep. So, looking at our curve, 1/5 drop, 2/6 drops. This is actually cheaper though. I think we're okay with cutting one of those, cutting a Fissure Wizard. Charger can be okay, can be terrible. I don't know. We'll keep it just for the hell of it. Cut a Champion, I guess. We'll just be full one-ofs. Gonna be looking at doing 16 land. Skitter Sneak is okay, but I'm not a huge fan of it. We have plenty of rogues. We need the warriors more than the rogues, so we can go ahead and cut that. There's a good chance I just do my normal 41 card special. Yes, I know it's just entirely wrong, but old habits die hard. So we will go ahead, we have 2 red sources, cut those. Add that, and we have no black sources that we're going to worry about there. So I think this is what we're looking at for the deck. So definitely on the more aggressive slant. The 3-drop slot is something I've noticed across the board is really full for this draft format. White is heavy on the 3-drops, green is heavy on the 3-drops. Blue, not so much. Red, definitely heavy. So that's kind of going to be where you're fighting a lot of your battles, is across those 3-drops. This hand could be worse. My opponent's going first. We need to draw into at least 1 red land. I don't like having both my 6-drops here, though. Yeah, we're going to mull that. This hand has the opposite problem, but it is infinitely more keepable. Question is, what do we want to get rid of? Get this equipped on here. See if he kills it in response with the Subtle Strike. Nope. Just gonna counter that. Okay. That is something you do have to be worried about, is there are basically free counter spells. Because most decks wouldn't play this card, except for the fact that it's a land, so there's 0 cost of playing it. Sure, we'll get some damage. Question is, do we establish board presence or do we go for the attack? I think I'm going to establish board presence. Makes more sense in the long run. Play out this Spikefield Hazard as a land. Ooh, they're heavy counter spells. Okay, interesting. This card is only really good in the black-blue deck, which is, of course, what we're playing against, so it makes sense. I'll attack just because simply this trades. Okay, no subtle strike. That's good for us. Play out this Fissure Wizard and not discard a card? Okay, I think that's fine. Basically just playing around more counter spells. Skydiver? Oh no, he's gonna take my flying. That's not very nice. It's not very nice at all. Well. He's gonna take my flying, I'm gonna take his life. It's fine. I am a little bit worried about my opponent stabilizing. But if they do, they do. So they do have quite the card advantage on us, but we're just gonna try and hopefully ride the Shatter Skull. Bounce spells don't really work against it, which is really nice. And we do have a little bit of direct damage. Glacial, okay. That's fine, we didn't want either of the cards they milled. I'm very confused by what happened there. I definitely had 2 to pay. Huh. That's very odd. Okay, so we lost the Royal Eruption, that sucks. But we are still alive on the other red 5-drop that'll just kill him. And this Magmatic Chandler's big, so it didn't have anything to do with that. Yeah, I'm still not sure what happened with that counterspell. I had 2 to pay. And it didn't prompt me to pay the mana. For the most part, I think the mill deck is pretty darn hard to build and draft. You really need multiple crabs, and crabs are an uncommon. You just don't see them. I've seen 1 per draft over a good number of drafts. In the Maddening, you don't see that very often because it's rare, so I'm not really too worried about being milled out. Maybe if I have a super slow Dirtily deck. Hello, opponent. Good game, he says. Interesting. We have a cocky one here. Sure. I'll just kill this thing. I think we're going to vanquish that because we don't want him getting extra card draw. And I'm always a big fan of trading 3 mana for 4 mana. We do, however, need to start drawing some actual cards here. Yeah, we need to find land. Sorry, Silencer. You gotta go. Alright, so we have 1,000,000 mana open over there. That's a little bit terrifying. Onto inversion. It's like way too much mana. We have 2 in there already. Well, I'm gonna put this out because it forces him to try and block it. He might just have a counterspell for it, though. Alright, what things does he have that can... Guess he can do practice maneuvers and kill something. I don't know if it's worth it for him to do that, but... No, he's thinking about it. Oh, no, into the Royal. Okay. Top, that's terrifying. You are not the land that I need. Tempted to play out this channeler just so we can hit the land because we need to hit that synchronized spellcraft. I was afraid of that card. All the gas in the world. And he's winning the life point race, which is a problem. I do have to be very aware of negate also. Okay, bud, what do we got going on here? Anytime now. Okay. Okay. Well. That's very annoying. We're hoping we draw land here. Wait, why did I get the illusion? Oh, wow. He misclicked. Okay. Well, that was a mistake made by my opponent. That's for sure. How do we capitalize on that is the question. Mistakes being made by the opponent. Having to lull mage your own thing always feels bad. So we are hoping for mana, because we definitely want to take care of this problem. That is not the mana we're hoping for. Darn it, darn it, darn it. Well, we have to play it tapped. Play Channeler. Unfortunately, things are going to be dying this turn. But we're not just dead, so that's more what matters. Oh, well, apparently we are just dead this turn. All the auras in the world. Okay. Well, instead of watching our opponent play with themselves, we're just going to continue on. Yeah, I think if you get the right cards, blue-white is by far the most powerful that I've found in draft. This hand could be worse. I'm going to be playing this wizard and discarding one of these land. Play the charger and just start getting damage. Nah, let's be defensive. Basically, I have 2 Death Touchers now, so that's fine. This thing has a real big butt. Force him to trade 2 different things? Sure. Or, you know, 1 because I can't count. My mind is telling me, oh, everything has death touch. Nope. Nope, only these 2. Oops. We done got messed up. That's fine. Ideally, I want to draw 2 land. Tormenting boys. I'm really, really looking forward to seeing what happens after this weekend's tournaments. All the talk is, of course, that Uro is going to get the Banhammer, which I would be perfectly happy with myself. Do I want to trade that for... Same problem as before. It's not actually a trade. Or not a trade in the way that I want to be. Yeah, because Uro is almost guaranteed gain the Banhammer on Monday. That's really going to change things up. The 4-color Omnath deck really does look dominant in Standard, but it's going to lose a lot of its luster if Uro's gone. A lot of its abusiveness. It'll be really nice not to have to play so much graveyard hate. Because, yeah, there are other good graveyard cards, but nothing that comes anywhere close to Uro. Fortunately, that costs 4 to equip. Do we play out another creature? Do we attack in with a Death Toucher? Do we just play this Channeler? I think I'm just going to play this Channeler. So we really need to kill this flyer. Hope he doesn't have a pump spell. Doesn't quite have a full party, which is really nice. Otherwise, that Archpriest does get annoying. Oh, you're not a land. Come on. We need land. Land, please. Land. Well, we're going to look for land. Thankfully, it does just say you may play that card, so I should be able to play a land. Neither of those are land, and I want those both. Damn. Okay. Well, this is going to do the most. And it still takes care of a problem. Some kind of removal spell that he's going to use. Man, that really hurts to hit both of those. But also, who knows, we might never get to 7 land. It is definitely better in like the blue-red kicker deck. Or the green-red, where you do have a little bit of ramp, but not much. Yeah, I'll trade that. Death touch, bro. Alright, our opponent has kind of run out of things, so that's the one upside here. downside, we've also kind of run out of things, but at least this Magmatic Chandler means that every land that we draw from now on basically becomes 2 cards to choose from. So he can trade with that, or he can trade with that. I think I'm okay with this trade. It's not like he has trample. Speaking of trample, alright, since we actually have the play, I'm just going to go ahead and do this for now. Hold off on using the Magmatic. Start doing it in earnest next turn. If he wants to attack with that Geopede, we're definitely just blocking with the Nightborn. Alright, dude. Let's keep 1 for 1-ing. I'm a little bit afraid of him just killing me with the kicked spell that with one of these. But, you know, if it happens, it happens. Vanquish is just fine here. Do I want to attack and mill? Yeah, sure, why not? I didn't do it in time. Forgot to use the ability. My bad. Clicked through. That's not very nice. Question is, what do we want? Probably him. Do we want something else that we can actually play this turn so we just don't die to something? Drawing a silencer does kill something though. Yeah, what the hell? Alright, so that actually is an issue. Two types at the moment. Currently go to 3. Still not enough to kill that. Man, that's awkward. So, any 2 lands and I'm dead. Thankfully, it looks like that's not one of them. That's not bad. Now we actually have to put the pressure on. So next time, or next turn, we get the Shadow Skull Charger. But there's land. Hopefully he attacks. No, he's smart. Okay. Start off here. See what we can find. See if there's any life gain. There is not. Got 7 mana to work with. We can toss that on there. That doesn't really do anything. No lands there. There's high probability of lands being left in the deck. We need to push damage. We have to push damage. So I can only fade that thing for like a turn at most. There's the land. Good game, opponent. It's my own hubris. So with a couple other choices, that game could have gone differently. Definitely a couple of play mistakes on my part. Biggest mistake was when I didn't give the one dude death touch to kill the cleric, so I took 2 extra damage. If I hadn't taken that damage, I would have felt pretty good. Alright, what are we working with here? Got land, got a giant thing, have something we can't cast, have something that does almost nothing. Yeah, it's fine, whatever. We can actually hold up to the Valakut Awakening, cycle away a couple of these cards if we need to. Yeah, I don't know what is. Every deck outside of a white-based deck I haven't had a ton of success with. Like, the decks, they look good on paper, but then things just don't work out. Okay, we got more blue-black. Yeah, we're just going to cast this now while he doesn't have the mana up. Pitch several cards that we just can't even use. Draw 4. Let's put that way. Still no black mana. That is a little odd. Sadly, we're not going to begin our hasty party boy anytime soon. So we'll just throw it down 4/4, call it good. Oh no, another one. Double the triggers, double the fun. This does not look good. Double the triggers, double the death. Nope, hitting the black mana. we got a block there. Yeah. Oh. Yep, it might just be time to move on to the next draft. So we've got Rogue Tribal beating us down. So we could kill something with that and put a counter on a Goblin Wizard. I don't think that does enough, though. Saves us maybe a turn. Yeah, no. We're just going to call it. I don't mind moving on. So that was a very disappointing one. Only got one win out of that draft. But that is the way of it sometimes. A little bit tilted from the mistakes I made last game, too. That is one of the most important skills I've learned as a Magic player over the 25 plus years I've been playing, is you need to learn when you become tilted and then react based on that, saying, okay, you know, step back from this for a sec. Why am I making these mistakes? Hopefully move on. Ooh, perfect! I needed one more of those for a deck anyway, which I will actually add it. Sneak preview of the deck I'm going to be playing later. I'm going to add it to the deck right now. So, this deck has been a lot of fun so far. We're going to take out one more of those and go Agadeem. And add that to the deck. So when we have the... Oh. Or not. I did the thing. So I normally have it the vertical orientation. There we go. We'll run 2 of those and 4 of the turn timbers. Yeah, I have a feeling, unfortunately, without getting the dual land for green-black, I think the mana base is just going to be terrible, because everything's going to be coming into play tapped. But, still going to give it a try. Ooh, we have Jace. Alright, so I've not seen this Jace played yet, so I have no clue if he's good or if he's garbage. So we might just take it to play around with it. Skyclave Plunder's pretty good if you're going party. Ambush is just fine. Root Grazer is good in the right kind of deck. A lot of blue cards here. Synchronized is good, as we know. Deadly Alliance is good. This is what I wish I had seen last time, but didn't see any of them. Normally you see like 2 or 3 a draft. But we're just going to take this Jace. Play around from there. Ooh, okay. So, we could just go for like a blue-black kicker and try and go from there. I think the payoff is pretty high. It's going to be difficult, but yeah. Try and go a little bit more controlling. I have a feeling this Jace is either great or garbage, and not anywhere in between. But as I said, I haven't played him yet. Haven't seen him played. So I don't really know. Zoff consumption is just fine. We're not really down with party so much for this style of deck. Deliberate's pretty good, but we'll see more of them. Counterspell, we're gonna take, or we could go 3 color. We could go 3 color. Three color is generally really bad. But since it's green, that actually gives us the option of finding some land. So I'm gonna try it. This could end up being real bad. Don't really want the might. Xandu's okay. Arbor Mage usually doesn't do anything. Warrior, this is one of the better come into play lands. This thing is just giant. Could take the giant thing. But no, we're gonna stick with the kicker theme. I know it's not usually the right choice to be going so heavily into something this early in a draft, but I'm saying screw it. Counters usually work pretty well. Don't mind gaining some life. It's a decent blocker. As I said, 3 power kills pretty much everything in this format, so it doesn't block that well, but it blocks well enough. It's Inscription Rune, we just might not play. But who knows? If we get some fixing. Speaking of fixing, that's the best fixing we could ask for. It's like the one decent ramp spell in this set. Reclaim is fine. I should clarify, outside of green, there's pretty much no fixing. But yeah, this card is fine. It doesn't do much. It's a lay of the land. Strength, Solidarity, we're in the wrong kind of deck for that. Cleric of the Chill is not terrible. Negates. Broken Wing usually has a target. I don't mind Broken Wings at all. But I think I want the creature. Go ahead and just play giant things that gain us life. Sure. So there are definitely some blue kicker cards we're looking for a payoff. We're probably going to have to take this pathway just because I need it for my collection still, which is unfortunate. Is there anything better than it, though? I mean, we could play a field research, but they'll probably come around. Spoils is always good, but we're not playing that. Yeah, we're just going to take the pathway. Ooh, okay. Yep, we're just going to keep taking pathways. So this actually has a couple cards that are good for us. This Gnarlid and the Cunning are both very good for kicker. Yeah, but we're just going to take the pathway regardless. That actually fixes us, too, to be able to play the Inscription a little bit easier. There is our kicker payoff. Okay, so we have... These guys are pretty good. If we can have another one come around, that'd be fine. Having like 2 of those is pretty aggressive if you go with kicker, but we want the Roost. Roost is definitely one of the big payoffs. If you can get 2 of these going, is very happy. Man, the art on Lava Glide Pathway is so good. That moment when you like, oh. That moment when you look over and you see a Discord chat's like 25 messages deep and you're like, what the heck's going on? Blood Beckoning, that is kicker for us, but it's in that bad color. I think we're just going to take the... yeah, we're going to take the Ruins. Lull Mage is really good. There's one of those, but the Lull Mage is just more powerful. Bubble Snare is good removal. And Kicker to boot. We already have more than enough of those. Drug Visionary is not terrible at cantrips. 3-2 for 4 is not the best, but... Okay, Skyclave Shade. It's a pretty decent card. But we're a little bit into black, so we can play it. And there's nothing really else that... Yeah, it's aggressive. It does its thing. It's not going to be coming down early in this deck, but that's fine. Ooh, Lithoforming. That's a great card. It's not good for draft, but... And there's nothing really else here, and I need more of them for my collection, so we're rare drafting. Bella Ged Recovery is just fine. And we're going to actually take this Kicker Boy this time. Man, this card is really good, but we're not in those colors. But it does a lot of work. If we can get one more Risen Riptide this pack. Gnarlid Colonies are better if we're playing the +1/+1 counter deck, which we're really not, but it's fine. Dang, this is actually a hard choice. These are both really good. Veteran Adventure is big. We do have a fair number of things that are going to make it go a little bit easier. Colony Ambush is good, though. Man, that's a hard choice. And when in doubt, go for the free spell. Doubt we're going to play this, but could be worse. Alright, I think we have a good number of things that are decent kicker payoffs here. Didn't get the big old 4/4 flyer, but is what it is. Only got one roost. Royal Mage, that'll be dependent on how many instant sorceries we have to make it good. These guys are actually a really good tempo piece. It seems like a lot for 6 mana, but bouncing is actually really good in this format, especially with the equipment being so expensive. And of course, we've got our friend Jace. Riptide. Go ahead and throw that Glacial in there. And the black spells we got are actually decent kicker spells. Oh, no, don't want to throw that in there yet. Throw in one of those for the time being. Yeah, so all things considered, I actually think we have decent amount of payoffs here that we're working with. Okay. Go ahead and throw another one of those in. We want the Blood Beckoning. We want that too. Oh, we have two of them. We don't need two of them. We only need one. Arbor Mage doesn't really do much of anything. But you never know. Landfall, we're not really abusing, even though these things do get big fast. I really like the Baloth. We need one more card out of these. Go ahead and cut 2 swamps. Add a pathway. Cut an island, add a disruption. Cut, I don't know. Currently we're at 12, 14, 15 land. 16, 17 with the other two. 18, 19. We'll just call it good. Yeah, I think that's what we're doing. Seems fine, just double checking. Come on. $15 land, but plenty of ways to get him. Reclaim the Waste are going to get us plenty of land. I think if anything, we need to go up a forest. Yeah, let's go up forest. Down island, up forest. Make that a little bit easier. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, that's fine. We can reclaim first turn. We can hold up this Jawari Disruption. Question is, do we play this to get down on curve? Probably getting hit in the face. We can always into the Royal it though. Okay, he's not playing into the counterspell. Or maybe he's holding up his own. What? Watch me get played. One more mana and I'm attacking for 10. Sure. Not the best, but could be worse. Might just kick this bubble snare next turn. I know we don't need to, but might do it for the hell of it. They are keeping top. Next turn, probably just going to get this into the row back and kick it again. Seems just fine to me. Oh, that's the card we were looking for. Yeah, we're definitely going to kick it and just send that back to him. Yeah, I know I could have just disruptioned it, but I want tempo. Ooh. We need to actually tap this correctly. See how he blocks. If he doesn't block, he's just... Oh, no, not quite. One man off. Dang. Dang, son. No blocks. Okay. So we're not even going to draw a card this time. Yep, I just did that. Hey, we're still playing well. Yep, that was entirely my bad. Just showing, you know, how bad of a Magic player I am sometimes. Nothing to get back there yet. Can't cast that yet. Can't even attack. Oh god, it's all going hell in a handbasket. Could destroy this to then bring it back. Only half paying attention right now because having a conversation. One of the secret lair April Fools is in, so trying to get my hands on that right now. Yeah, we're gonna say no. Should have done that way before, but that is the way of it sometimes. The art on this card is so weird. Alright, we got the squid back. That's pretty good draw. Pretty good draw. This is the greedy line for sure. Not getting maximum value, but that's fine. We don't mind a little greed every now and then. Well, there is our other source of black mana. Unfortunately, that's converted mana cost. We don't have a secondary thing, so I think we're just gonna go get the one for right now. Probably gonna save this into the Royal to get rid of the Nahiris. And attempt to attack for lethal next turn. Okay, so we have some choices to make. That's going to cost 5. That's going to cost 4. We do have 9 mana. I think that's worth it. We can attempt to just kill him. So he has to block something here. See what kind of tricks he has. I'm not too worried about another Drake showing up. Yeah, let's just go for it. Oh, we tapped wrong. That's fine. Well, blundered through. Still got the victory. We'll get out of this tier 4 platinum at some point. 17 years from now. Alright, that's an awkward hand. I do have one of the payoffs that I want. I'm going first. What are the chances I'm going to draw into that? Yeah, no, I have to mulligan that. I'm just screwed if I don't. This, on the other hand, is pretty good. Let's get rid of the Geyser Mage. Gonna go Skyclave Shade into Jace. Maybe not. Because this Skyclave Shade doesn't exactly block well. But that's okay. We'll just try and play the aggro game. Man, this card is actually kind of crazy. Because for 8 mana, search 2 lands, put counters on every creature you control. Good mid-game, good late-game. It itself kind of helps you get into it if you're playing other copies. I can see this card being played in Commander. It's like, I don't know. I would say it's almost as good, if not better, than Explosive Vegetation. It's hard to say. No good blocks. Really wouldn't mind a forest here. Ooh, the new Sulfuric Vortex. This card's really cool. Well, no forest, which is vaguely annoying. So I think we're going to have to do this. There's that forest we need. No reason not to attack with the Shade. Terrible blocker. Don't mind Tormenting Voice because that means another attacker isn't coming onto the board. Yeah, it doesn't really matter because I think we're going to Vastwood Surge. Could play out the Colony. Yeah, no, we need Vastwood Surge. Jace is just going to sit here and take some damage for us. Grab one of those, grab second green. This way we can take something next turn. If he attacks with this Blood Priest, I'll definitely trade. Ouch, that hurts. That really hurts. Yep, Yep, that is very unfortunate. So hopefully our opponent doesn't draw any lands and we can outrace them on damage. Because this thing is a clock. That's unfortunate, though. Okay. So we can fight, kill that, and then attack in. Let's see what happens when he... Okay. So the question is, do I fight the Goblin Night Runner? I think I have to fight the Night Runner. And just hope that my opponent doesn't keep drawing land. Well. Shade, why are you such a bad blocker? I know, it's actually kind of traditional that Shades can't block, for the most part. A lot of the good ones. Or the cards like Icarid, the things that come back. Oh, that is GG. Yeah, getting rid of the lull mages was really painful. Yeah, we can keep this hand. Play the slightly better Grizzly Bear in this case. Neither of them are really great turn 2 plays, but we'll take it. We're gonna play it slow. Interesting. So our opponent is playing 4 or 3 colors so far. This card kick synergizes really well with the Gnarlid Colony. So we're perfectly happy about that. Ooh, that is giant. It's kind of spooky. Those were both good cards to hit. Okay, and we can just kind of keep that tapped down. That feels better. It feels a lot better. Thankfully, we're getting most all the land out of here. Spark Mage is pretty decent. Ooh. They don't have 8 or more. Well, we're going to attack first, see what happens. We might just outright kill them, depending on how they block. Yep. So far, this kicker deck has been slightly more mindless than the black-red deck was. Just doing its thing, just getting a ton of mana and being powerful. That is the payoff with the kickers. You have a worse early game, but you have a better late game. Well, we have 2 of our colors. This might be a little bit harsh. Well, it's the kind of deck we lost to last time, so we'll see how it goes. Jeff has returned. Oh no. Jeff, shouldn't you be asleep right now? Aren't you always up at like 4 in the morning? Oh, we did not draw land. That's a bad sign. Playing a weird Sultai kicker deck that when I've been having land and it's actually been doing stuff. It's kind of nice, but which is gonna do more damage to my face? The puppers? I think the puppers. Yeah, I got to play Jace one game and he didn't die immediately. He scryed a couple times. This is the first time I've ever actually played with him. Ah, I see. Come on, land. Where you at? Where you at, land? Yeah, Jace is definitely better if you can kick him. Oh, that is still not a land. Okay. Last game we had just about every single land in our deck out of the deck. This game, not so much. See if he goes to pump. This actually works out for us because he has to bounce. Oh, he has turn timber. He has to bounce the land back, and then we're gonna force him to do it again next turn. But I really do need to draw land. Just like a single land. Nope. It's okay, it just means we're gonna get standard play quicker. Get to test out my newest take on green-black. Well. Yep. We're just gonna call it there. So, MTG Arena is weird because the system for giving you lands and keeping your hands is different. And I'm wondering if that whole system is screwed up by the double face flip cards because they're not counting toward a land. Because I know there's some weird stuff with opening hands calculations to make it so you're less likely to mulligan. And this is at least keepable. No, I'm gonna hold on to the ambush. Yeah, that's pretty special name. It's a pretty special name indeed. Alright, we found our third color. Not that it really matters at this point. So I think next turn I might grow and then fight. Depending on what happens. Can't get anything back with that yet, so we're going to hold on. Because, yeah, if we might have Marasa and then call the ambush, I mean, we can get blown out, but that all depends. Let's see what my opponent does here. And I'll fight post-combat or in response to another spell. See if he plays something else for me to kill, because I really don't want to kill this Shade. It just keeps coming back. Oh, that is a lithoform engine. Okay. That is actually just terrifying. Oh, gonna do this now. Because I don't have anywhere near enough pressure to take care of this lithoform. Alright, so I'm gonna need triple blue at some point for Lull Mage. I'm gonna need double blue for a bunch of kicker things. I'm gonna need the second black for kicking one card in particular, so we're getting an island. Oh, that is so spicy. So spicy. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. Double core. What does it mean? Yeah, I would think your laptop would melt with Omnath. Whatever happens, he's gonna see it coming. I want to draw a card. Jeff, you need to start joining us for our Among Us nights. It's been a lot of fun. And you can play from your phone. Well, time to get frisky. We're going to be losing this Royal Mage, but that's fine. Among Us is literally free on phone. It's only like $5 on computer. And I don't know though if there's if there's crossplay between the phone and the computer. I think there is. So that'd be something to check out. Oh, stop gaining life. Well, this seems bad for us. Second black source at least. It's definitely not a race that I'm winning. Oh, the lithoform. Why? Yep. We got lithoformed. Well, drafts today haven't gone so well. Then again, I got away from what I said I was going to do. I said I was going to force white the whole time, just because I think white's the best color in this draft format. First time went red-black, just because I was going ooh shiny to a couple cards. Second time went Sultai. So, no white. It's bad. That's okay. We get to play some standard now. Time for a quick sneak peek of what the standard deck's going to look like. Alrighty. So, I can't get away from the idea of playing Rock. I was liking it so much last time before rotation. I think the one problem is now our mana base is so bad because everything's coming into play tapped. Currently I have possibility of 8 untapped sources, which is not great. So these are coming in. I mean, I can pay life to have these come in untapped. That's a thing, I guess. But Mammoth is just solid upgrade in 3-spot, I think. So we'll see how that goes. I'm going to be trying out a couple inscriptions. I have a lot of things that have Death Touch in this. Between the Foulmares, the Chevelles, the Questing Beasts. Good amount of Death Touch, so figure fight effects and instant speed's pretty good. I was thinking maybe playing Primal Might, but I want to try this over it. So let's go ahead and jump in. See if we have a little bit better luck here. Or see if everything literally comes in tapped. Really interested to see how these Agadeems and Turn Timbers are. I know a lot of the Gruul decks right now are playing for the Turn Timbers just because it's so easy to play the card. So we'll see. Yeah, mana base is real bad. I might toy around with playing. Oh, this hand's actually just fine. I might toy around with playing Abzan. Just because you do have the Triumph still, and you have 2 of the dual lands. This could either be mono red or Gruul. Mono red. There are just some good cards in Abzan. Go ahead and throw out a blocker. Bosri's Lieutenant's a good one. Being able to play Mythos of Nethroi is real nice. Nethroi himself, Eerie Ultimatum, of course, I'm a big fan of that this last time around. Might try and make Ultimatum work again. It'll be interesting, though. It's kind of dependent on what happens with... Is Uro going to get banned on Monday? I'm thinking like 100% that Uro gets banned, personally. But this card I'm really not sure about either. So this guarantees that we get a Beast out next turn. I think we don't want to take the damage. Yeah, Cobra's a possibility. Cobra would help mitigate some of the effects of all the coming in play tapped. Alright, we got some pressure. He's taking a questing beast. Oh no. That's actually just terrifying. So as much as I hate to do it, I think I need to kill this Robber of the Rich right now. Question is, do I throw out a Lily to do it? Lily will then soak up 1 damage. Yeah, I'm gonna throw out the Lily. She's gonna soak up damage. Really can't have him casting that questing beast. So that's just terrifying. Ah, our old friend Annex. Haven't seen you for a while. Don't think that's worth it. Because he'd get 2 out of the trade. There's a good chance that he just plays an Embercleave here. And if he plays a Cleave, I'm taking 10, 11, 12, 13. Ooh, boy. This is... Yeah, I'm probably getting Cleaved here. Yep. So I'm going to be at 1. Correction. I'm going to be at dead. I can math. Well, that was quick. Yeah. It's okay. We have things to help us out with that. Scooz is definitely good. The Shadow Spear is in here for this. Gargaroth, it's going to be a little bit hard to get there, but once we get there, it's real good. Devo. I have no clue what you mean by Devo. We gotta keep those envies. Those are actually land. Those are actually just land. Devotion. What about devotion? I'm confused. You know, that's cheap life gain. Oh yeah, power to devotion. Well, no, I wasn't taking into account the extra +1/+1 from the Embercleave itself. Alright, we have 2 land. Yep, nope. Well, we have 3 land. That's the weirdest part, is looking at a hand like this and going, okay, technically it's 3 land. And the problem is castles now come in tapped a lot of the time, which is real awkward. Like, God, this hand is so slow. Yeah. Yeah, all ETB tapped indeed, and that really sucks. Hmm. Yeah, I might have to rethink this land base, like take out these maulings. As I said, I'm just trying them. Just because basically being a turn slow is death against a deck like this. Oh, he's a new addition. I think I'm okay with that trade. I'm not quite sure why he did that. He's going to get a 1-1 out of it. Yes, now from life-giving Diet Coke. Okay, we have choices to make. I chose poorly. I chose real poorly. I think we just murk the token so he can't Embercleave. Or he has to have a another land to be able to Embercleave. Well, Embercleave is a possibility. Let's see how he attacks. Well, there's no Embercleave. So at least there's that, I guess. That's a straw card. Hopefully we get a green source that'll come in untapped and Questing Beast. Oh, that's not it. We have another Annex and another tapped land. Yep, I'm starting to see the problem with these new lands. I am miraculously at 21 still, but that's not going to last. Yeah, losing Overgrown Tomb. Oh man, that hurt. That may be the thing that just, like, kills this style of deck. That may be another reason I want to go searching into Abzan quite a bit more. Shatterskull, yep. That's a good new addition for Mono Red. Yeah, I can block, but I'm just gonna move on. Oh yeah, Cycle would be quite a bit worse without the Foundries. Come on, internet. My internet is struggling for the moment. That's weird. So I'm watching my bitrate kind of go all over the place. So it's not just the Arena server. Yep. Well, for the moment, just going to take this as a chance to go over and do a quick couple plugs. So, if you like what you're seeing today, feel free to hit that follow, hit that subscribe over at MTG 2020. Of course, here on Twitch, where I'm streaming now, and over on YouTube, where I'll be placing the VOD. You can also follow me on Twitter. I don't tweet a ton, but you never know. Also, Epic Gaming, a card and... oh, it's taken off. I will see you later, Junior. Epic Gaming, a great little card and event space down in Milwaukee, Oregon, just south of Portland. Do everything from Magic the Gathering to Yu-Gi-Oh! To Pokemon to Final Fantasy TCG. If you haven't checked out Final Fantasy TCG and you're a fan of Magic, it is really good. You get that Final Fantasy nostalgia. The card stock is amazing. Plays very similarly to Magic in a lot of ways, and there's actually quite a bit of depth to the game. It's about 12 sets in now, or the 12th set will be releasing in November, so there's a good, healthy amount of cards in the game. A lot of fun. Great mono art. Also, you can check out epicgamingpdx.com for singles and for other needs. Sealed product, singles, some board games, some other things too. Over on their streaming side of things, my great coworker Kevin is streaming out Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays at 6 o'clock for the Final Fantasy TCG tournaments. They're also streaming out some MTG Arena stuff. And on Sundays, I still believe there is net play for Super Smash Bros. Melee. And I do not know what's going on with this MTG server, so we're going to bring it down and bring it back up. Give us a sec, and I'll be right back for it. Hey, it came back. Cool. I was just about to say, it looks like server is still having issues, but we're back. Maybe the server itself doesn't like all the lands coming in tapped. Oh no, we're fighting against the Badger of Silence. Or Science. Okay. Yeah, it could be too many Omnath players. You could be right. Well, we have 3 land, technically. Yeah, I need to change. We're gonna do some work. And I still think, like, totally lightning bolting yourself for 3 with these is not worth it. Oh boy, is it not worth it, but we're playing against control, so. Or, actually, no, this could easily be rogues. That's kind of the other big new. It's Omnath and rogues and Gruul. Which I have not really played against rogues yet, so we'll see how this goes. Not taking 3 that time. I highly, highly doubt they're playing the 1/1 Flash Rogue, because that card is just draft chaff. Yeah, and it's amazing with the new flip cards. The temples are so much worse. Or not the temples. I'm thinking historic. The check lands are so much worse. We need to play this to guarantee that we have a questing beast next turn, I think. Or do we play the Love Struck? I think I'm gonna go on curve. Just play the Love Struck. Yeah, like the fact that these aren't like this isn't a forest, this isn't a swamp. The other one's not a forest, not a swamp. It just makes them so much worse. Do we want another land? Yeah, I think we're fine with another land. Go Innkeeper and a Knight. Draw. Really? Okay. Well, you're taking 5 either way. Maybe he was afraid of this forest I have on top. See another counterspell. So they're not actually playing rogues, I don't think. I think they're just playing some controlling something. Wow, did they just draw into the naturalized? They totally did. That's annoying. Cling to Dust is really good right now. You can almost play it as a 4 of in the main board. Man, in this card too, Hagaram Mauling, I think it's even worse because no one's going to have just basics. Or going to have no basic lands. That's just not going to happen, like, ever. Yeah, I agree. I think it is a future easy cut. Oh, why can't I just play you as a creature? Yeah, so much worth. Enjoy my terrible hand, opponent. Think I am definitely going back to the drawing board on this one. Very much so going back to the drawing board. Haha, joke's on you. The card you haven't seen. Yep, got him. Wow, this deck has been Sultai this whole time. Sultai with only Uro, maybe? Gadwick. Hey, if I can't win, they're not going to win. We're just going to be playing this terrible standoff until one of us draws something that does something. Or until I lose the will to play. Which might come quicker than that other thing, actually. I miss Paradise Druid. If only Paradise Druid was around to save me. Okay. This is where I want something like the Turn Timber. Yeah, we do need a hero. Okay, we're gonna give it one more try here before I just decide no more. Before I give up on life. Okay. So they're playing green, which means there's probably something in there. Didn't see anything, but probably. Bringing in the Remorse regardless. Bring in a Scooz. Gargles. Gotta bring in Elder Gargles. Try it that way. Yeah, I don't know. This is a new standard. We'll see how it goes. If everything goes according to plan and Uro actually does get banned, then there's going to be a huge shakeup. Mono red, I think, will come back to prominence. Sure. What are these other formats you speak of? Other formats don't exist. Memory leak. Okay. I'm so confused. It's okay, Jeff. You finish the slivers. I'll update goblins. We'll do their thing. Yeah, so what if I'm a fanboy? She real good. She real good. Oh, I will kick you so quick if you start that. There's no baby shark allowed on this stream. I already get enough of that from Franny. Yep, I played right into it. Oh, no, he's giving it to me. Interesting. Interesting. I guess technically on the stack it is 3? Hey, it is not a laughing matter. Baby shark is never a laughing matter. It is a matter of life and death and sanity. Insanity's hard to come by these days. Okay, so what's the chance they drew into a counterspell? Probably not great, right? I think it's good. Only 3 hours? That's nothing. 3 hours ain't nothing. I've seen things. It is spooky season. Once I get finished with Tokyo Ghoul, I'll go back to spooky season movies. They're my favorite. Need to watch Trick or Treat. That's always a classic. I always do a watch through of all the Rob Zombie horror films. At first, I absolutely hated the House of a Thousand Corpses, but like every single time that I've watched it since, it's grown on me, and I just really, really like it now. Value Town. Value Town. Value Town, population me. Keep drawing cards. Okay. Let's see if this pulls out this counterspell. Yeah, we have a few riders. They're a little bit murderous. Just, I've been told. A little bit murderous. An extinction event on Odd is going to be really awkward right now. Yeah, they are digging. I actually really like Maze Mind Tome. It's not quite as good as, what was it, Treasure Map was. I really, really love Treasure Map. But it's a decent second, honestly. You can use it, turn comes in. Actually draw some cards over time and then gain a little bit of life. Solid turn 2 play. Okay. They didn't find anything. Do they have discard? Yep, they have discard. How dare you? Should I just counter it with a murder shredder? Well, you know what? You know what? Take that, shark. I think I'm just going to start eating things out of my own library and make the drown the locks worse. Okay. Do I ban Jeff, or do I just... No, let's just time him out. Okay, Jeff, I'm letting you off timeout. You know what you did. You know what you did. You regret nothing yet. We'll go ahead and invalidate that. I think I'm gonna draw about one more card and figure out where to go from there. Which is probably over to this button over here. Because I want to get cards out of my hand so I can actually draw with Castle Lockbane and not take a million damage. This could be... Goodbye, cruel world! Well, I think it is time to go back to the drawing board. We're going to be definitely trying to build some Abzan once I get a couple more wild cards here. Teamer Adventures is still built. That's still a solid deck. But we'll see where things are over the weekend. Yeah, it needs to change up quite a bit. Because, like, some of those flip cards are powerful, but... I don't know. Just way too many things coming in tapped. And 3 life for untapped is real hard. Ooh, wild card. It's I think we need to be looking at going Abzan if we're going to do this, just because I think the mana is going to be so much better. At the same time, those flip lands are not great. Mammoth, didn't really get a chance to see that played. I think Mammoth is definitely better in the red-green style deck, or just maybe a mono-green deck. You know, actually, mono-green might not be bad, because I feel like there are a lot of pieces that it could have. Let's throw together some mono-green terribleness really quick. See where we go with this. Just mainly, you know, theory crafting. Because I don't have a lot of the mono-green cards, unfortunately. I need to craft. So you do something like that. Probably not that many castles. That seems a little bit much. Something like that. You got Vastwood Fortification is not really playable. Spinners in the sideboard, maybe if control becomes... Same with Heroics in the sideboard if control becomes a thing. Caryatids as our best 2-drop dork. Well, yeah, I guess the Fungus Mana dork. That makes sense over Caryatids. Joriel, unfortunately, doesn't really do it. This might be a deck for the Inscription. That actually might not be terrible for the Inscriptions. Problem with mono green is I don't have the Stone Coil Serpents. That's something I need for mono green pretty badly. Of course, you play your Ram Throughs. Scoozes. Fungus Dork. Valid Get Recovery could be okay. Yeah, actually, mono green might have just gotten a lot better. It's hard to say. Huh. Things I will definitely have to look into. The problem is it better than what the 4-color Omnath deck is doing, which is such a good deck right now. So get access to Symbiosis, pretty big. Still Primal Mites. Yeah, the Scoot is not terrible. It just depends on if I'm going heavier into Landfall, which I don't think I would be. The Cragplate Baloth I could see is like a 2-of against control decks. Because how does a black-blue deck that's relying on counterspells and like spot removal deal with this? I don't think they can. It's definitely not as good as our old friend Carnage Tyrant was. But at the same time, I mean, it's not terrible. Not having Trample really hurts, though. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if the Cobra is going to get banned. I really don't think Cobra is going to get banned. At least not in this initial banning. Cobra might be in a second round of bannings. Uprising is I don't know. I'm happy with Uprising for non-standard play. But that is just me. Well, I think I am going to call it there for the day. Thanks everyone for joining. Always fun. I'll be back on Thursday at about the same time, 2 o'clock to around 4 to 5. Otherwise, I will see you then. Or not Thursday. Wow. I don't even know what day of the week it is. Hey, I'll be back Friday at 2. Thanks for watching.